Welcome to my series on how I flipped my algebra class, and you can too. I am Debbie Veach, and I successfully flipped my algebra classroom 2 years ago. This is video 1 on why flip your algebra class. In my flipped classroom, students' homework became watching my instructional videos and taking careful notes to bring to class the next day. Here is why flipping worked in my class. Students can take notes at home at their own pace, carefully copying examples I explain in detail in online videos using my usual teaching style. Students are encouraged to pause the video as needed while they are taking notes and to go back over difficult material as much as necessary. Some students may choose to view the video several times while taking their notes, and others may find that they can take the notes in one viewing. Faster students no longer use the classroom time waiting for classmates to finish writing notes. Slower students no longer rush to finish while others wait for them. And students spend class time fully engaged in active learning with meaningful activities as well as practice problems that would traditionally be sent home as homework. Students work with each other and the teacher on problems that are the most difficult and where they need the most support. The teacher spends more classroom time working individually with each student rather than giving a general lecture. The teacher can focus on each student's questions or mistakes and help the student correct any misunderstandings right away. Frequently, multiple students have the same incorrect answer, but for different reasons. After helping each of them individually correct their specific misunderstanding, the students are then able to be much more successful. Students can watch the videos again as they review for tests and final exams, and students experience less stress than traditional homework creates. I heard several questions and concerns from my administrators and parents as I started to flip my class. I addressed these in a letter home to parents that included the following. What about students who do not have internet at home? Indeed, not all students have access to the internet at home. The question to ask is how many of them are able to check their Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, or other social media accounts daily. If students can connect to these, they have the ability to view my instructional videos. School computers are available to students before school, during lunch, and after school for those who need them. Must my student teach herself? Absolutely not. At home, your student will watch 1 or 2 short videos in which I use the same smartboard lesson that I would traditionally have used in front of the class. She will see my colorful pens on the screen working out the example problems and see and hear me explaining the process. Your student has the luxury of rewinding the video to hear or see again the example in order to copy it carefully into her notes. Then the video will offer a try problem similar to the example. I invite the students to pause the video at that point to give them time to try the problem on their own. They can press play when they are ready to check their own answer with my answer. You are the teacher and should be teaching my student. It is correct that I am the teacher and should teach my students. In the flipped classroom, your student will have more of my time and more help with problems where my expertise will be needed. In a traditional classroom in the past, much of my time was spent watching students take notes from the examples I did on the smartboard. I prepared classwork for us to use immediately following the instructional notes to reinforce the concepts just discussed. Many times, taking notes took longer than expected, and the practice offered by the classwork was cut short or sent home as additional homework along with the regular homework page. Students then had to do homework problems at home, sometimes without sufficient practice in class and without my knowledge and explanations available to them. Benefits of flipping include students understand algebra better by more active practice with support in class. Students become better learners. My students learn to take careful notes and to use their notes as a reference. They often helped each other, which increased their own understanding. They corrected misunderstandings right away in the learning process as I helped them individually each day. Grades and test scores increase. Students learn to work together from daily group activities. And class time is more enjoyable for the students and the teacher. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video about why flip your algebra classroom. Please join me for my next video in this series, How to Record and Upload Videos. See you soon.